Okay, so what I do is I look at the rating, I look and see if there's any type of anti-fog technology or if there's a pin lock, and then I see what the cost of replacement visors are. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and pick medium. So cool, I like the look of the helmet. I'm gonna go look around. It looks pretty cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's a Bell, so it comes from Bell Helmets, very reputable company. Pretty cool. Oh, look, it's staff picked. So Revzilla even thinks it's a good helmet. Okay, so far I'm pretty good. 209.95 within my budget. All right. The next thing I look for is right here. Okay, what type of shape head is this designed for? Now there's intermediate oval, round oval, long oval. Three different kinds of heads. Now I have an intermediate oval. Most Americans, most people in the United States have intermediate oval. So you always want to double check that. And if you ever have any issues out here on Revzilla, this is kind of how you can check. Okay. So these are the types of head shapes. So make sure you do that because you don't want to get a long oval helmet for your round head, okay? Because you're gonna have pressure on the sides of your crown. So if you get headaches right now while you're riding, especially right here, like you get a lot of pain, you probably have the wrong shaped helmet. So as soon as I look at this, I go down here, okay, cool, intermediate oval that fits my head. So that's something I can work with. I start to read all these things, and a lot of this is just marketing, okay? So I don't really care too much. What I care more about is this stuff right here. I look for the rating. Is it DOT? Is it ECE? Is it SNEL? Those are the things I look for. So DOT, not too impressed by DOT. It's a post market testing, so that the manufacturer can put the helmet on the market, and then maybe it gets tested if it follows the standards. ECE before it even goes on the market has to be tested. SNEL is a post market sometimes. Snell is an independent third party that tests things. So ECE is really good. But when I see this, if it just said DOT, I'd be a little concerned. But it says Snell M2015. What does that mean? It is the 2015 rating. And they usually have new ratings every 5 years. So it's not the 2020 rating, but it's still pretty dang good, at least the 2015. So I'm pretty happy with that. 3 shell sizes. What does that mean? The size of the helmet itself is the shell size. So a medium large is going to be bigger than an extra small small. And then an XL to 3XL is going to be even bigger. So the shape of the head, if you want to have a bobblehead or not type of thing. I like to look at the shell sizes because I don't want it to be only one shell size for every range, because what they're doing then at that point is just getting huge cheek pads. And I don't like that. So I really like the fact that it has 3 shell sizes, 3 EPS sizes. That's the polystyrene foam on the inside. That's really good. Panovision shield. Now that sounds an awful lot like marketing, but when I've actually tested out, it means you have really good peripheral vision. So it's really good on that. Eyewear compatible. So if you are having to deal with eyewear, it's very important to look and see if a lot of these things are. Now, a lot of helmets nowadays are eyewear compatible. What that means is that there's little slits in the foam where your eyeglasses can go into, so they're not getting pushed into the side of your head. So that can cause headaches. 5-year warranty. That's typical. Now, you want to replace your helmet every 5 years anyways. Chin curtains are really good to prevent airflow getting up top. Double D-ring closure. That's the typical retention system that they have, for motorcycle helmets. It's that D-ring. Okay, so some of them are ratchet, some of them are magnetic. Okay, so far pretty good. I like it. It's within my budget. It's Snell rated. It's fitting my head shape. It does have it doesn't say anything about a pin lock system. So the pin lock is like a double pane window that's going to help from fogging. So that's one of my big issues on this one, because I don't want it to fog up. So I would have to go ahead and buy aftermarket cleansers or anti-fog spray. That's not very good. But here's the cool thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, and let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this is the face shield replacement. So I always look at that because I always buy an extra face shield just in case. And I want to know how much it's going to cost, the added cost to it. So light smoke, dark smoke, you have all these cool things in here. So typically anything for nighttime, you want clear, or I don't know about, no, not gold iridium. You want yellow. It looks like they don't have yellow. So anything at nighttime, you want clear. Anything with low light, you don't want any of these other things. These other things, maybe the blue would work, but these other things will reduce some of your vision. So be very careful with that. But it's $59.95 for a clear visor. Not too bad, not too bad. But here's the cool thing with this one. Pin lock ready face shield for an extra $30. Oh, that's pretty cool. So they do have pin lock vision stuff for it. So it's really cool to see. But think about that as the extra cost that you're gonna have. Okay, so the helmet's gonna be $209.95 with another 60, so $270. But that's if you want to have an extra face shield. Okay, so just be aware of that. I want to say thank you to Revzilla for being a sponsor of this channel. Click the link in the description. No extra cost to you. It's an affiliate link. It helps support the channel. So if you're going to buy gear anyways on Revzilla and you want to get some gear, click that link and help out. Like I said, no cost to you. I'll see you guys around.